Hello and welcome. Did you know that over 500 cultures around the world tell stories of a great, world-altering flood? It's a staggering number. From the ancient Near East to the Americas, these tales are widespread. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? Could these ancient tales be more than just myths? Could they be echoes of real, catastrophic events from our distant past? Today, we journey into a fascinating intersection of ancient stories and modern science. We are exploring the great flood myths found in cultures across the globe. These are epic tales of divine anger, human survival, and the rebirth of the world. For centuries, they've been passed down as sacred stories, allegories, or foundational myths. But what if there's a layer to these narratives that hints at actual historical occurrences? A scientific basis hidden within the symbolic language. The challenge, of course, is separating myth from verifiable historical fact. These stories come to us from a time long before written records as we know them, passed through generations by oral tradition. They are rich with symbolism, divine beings, and events that seem larger than life. So how do we approach them? Can science offer any clues to sift through the layers of legend? Understanding whether these myths have a basis in reality is significant for many reasons. It could reshape our understanding of ancient civilizations, their environments, and how they coped with natural disasters. It touches on how collective memory is formed and preserved. And for many, it connects deeply held cultural and spiritual narratives with the tangible history of our planet. It's a quest to understand not just the stories, but perhaps a lost chapter of human experience that let's consider some of the most well-known flood narratives. In Mesopotamia, the Epic of Gilgamesh tells of Utnapishtim, a wise man warned by the gods to build a great boat to survive a deluge sent to wipe out humanity. This story has remarkable parallels with the biblical account of Noah and the ark in the book of Genesis, where Noah is chosen to preserve life from a world-cleansing flood. Across the Aegean Sea, ancient Greek mythology speaks of Deucalion and Pyrrha. They were the sole survivors of a great flood unleashed by Zeus to punish humankind's wickedness. They, too, survived by building an ark or chest and later repopulate the earth. Similar tales can be found among the Hindu Puranas with the story of Manu in Chinese legends, and among many indigenous cultures of the Americas, Africa, and Australia, each with its unique details, but sharing that core theme of a devastating flood. So, what could explain such widespread, similar stories? Scientists have proposed several theories. One line of thinking points to the end of the last ice age, around 10,000 to 12,000 years ago. As massive glaciers melted, global sea levels rose dramatically by as much as 120 meters or nearly 400 feet. Coastal settlements around the world would have been inundated. Imagine ancient peoples living along shorelines, watching the sea creep further and further inland, generation after generation. Such a persistent, life-altering change could certainly have been preserved in memory as a great flood. Other theories explore more localized, yet still catastrophic, flooding events. Massive tsunamis, triggered by earthquakes or underwater landslides, could have wiped out coastal populations in specific regions, leaving behind terrifying memories. Similarly, the bursting of glacial dams could have released immense inland seas of fresh water, causing sudden, devastating floods across vast areas. There's also the possibility of exceptionally powerful river floods or prolonged periods of intense rainfall in certain regions. Perhaps one of the most compelling and debated scientific hypotheses that attempts to link these myths to a specific event is the Black Sea flood theory, proposed by scientists William Ryan and Walter Pittman. Their research suggests that around 7,500 years ago, the Mediterranean Sea, swollen by melting glaciers, reached a natural dam at the Bosporus Strait. Imagine a colossal wall of seawater pouring with unimaginable force into what was then a smaller, freshwater lake, the Black Sea. According to the theory, this event would have been incredibly rapid and devastating, flooding vast areas of inhabited land around the freshwater lake, displacing communities and transforming the entire region's geography. The noise alone would have been terrifying, like hundreds of Niagaras combined. This event, if it happened as hypothesized, occurred in a region that was a cradle of early agriculture and civilization. The survivors, scattered and traumatized, would undoubtedly have carried the memory of this cataclysm with them, incorporating it into their oral traditions. As these people migrated, the story could have spread and evolved, adapted by different cultures to fit their own understanding of the world. While the Black Sea theory is still a subject of scientific discussion and research, it offers a powerful example of how a real, large-scale flooding event could indeed have become the seed for many of the flood myths we see in the Near East and Europe. It makes us consider the very real possibility that these ancient stories are not just flights of fancy, but deeply human responses to overwhelming natural forces. So, is there science behind ancient flood myths? While no single theory can definitively explain every flood story from every culture, the evidence suggests a strong possibility that many of these myths are rooted in real, albeit ancient, memories of catastrophic floods. Whether it was the slow, inexorable rise of post-glacial sea levels, the sudden devastation of a regional event like the potential Black Sea flood, or other large-scale inundations, these events would have left an indelible mark on human consciousness. These stories of destruction and rebirth, of divine warnings and human resilience, continue to resonate with us. They remind us of the power of nature, the fragility of human existence, and our ancient ancestors' attempts to make sense of a world that could be both beautiful and terrifying. The intersection of myth, archaeology, geology, and climate science continues to shed new light on these old tales, enriching our understanding of both our past and the enduring power of storytelling. What are your thoughts? Do you have a favorite flood myth or a theory about their origins? Share your ideas in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. And if you enjoyed this journey into ancient mysteries, be sure to watch our other video on Noah's Ark, Faith Amidst the Flood. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more explorations into science, spirituality, and ancient wisdom. Thanks for watching.